Hey everyone, today we're going to be listening to music from the Adventures of Elliot. I am super hyped for this video because I played the demo and was just immediately blown away by the quality of the soundtrack and just thought we really need to talk about some of these tracks. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Patti. I am a classically trained violinist turned studio musician and producer, and I just love talking about game music and what makes it so special. Today we're going to be listening to the main theme. Let's dive right in. Love this intro. This little pizzicato line. Oh, the violin solo. This immediately gave me Octopath vibes. But also Harvestella? Now stated in the full orchestra with the... Oh. You know, I've heard this in game, and it's occurring to me that this might be the first time I've listened to it on headphones, and oh my gosh, the experience is just wild. There's just so much going on. We have the full orchestra restating the main theme, and with the whistle leading on top, but there's also this gorgeous string counter melody that's happening underneath. At the very beginning, we have this neat hemiola going on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a beautiful high whistle. Tremolo strings underneath. And there was a really neat harp line underneath. I actually can't tell if it's harp or harp doubled with piano because it sounds a little more percussive than harp alone. The accompaniment here just completely propelling it along. I love this violin line. Just beautifully supports the main melody. I also love these castanets. A little more driving here. Oh. There was a neat rhythm change there. I don't want to keep stopping. I'm so sorry. I would just listen to it straight through. I don't want to get copyright flagged though. But oh my gosh, it's just the way that this theme just keeps building. Like it's just incredible. There was a really neat time change thing happening here. Hang on. There was 2 bars of 5/4 suddenly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back, just to throw us off, which is so neat because otherwise this track is completely firmly rooted in 3/4 or 6/8, however you want to think of it, but either way, like a triple meter. So to just throw those little bars of 5 in there is just really neat. Percussion really driving in here. Now, it sounds like it could end here, but no. One more time, now with the brass. Trumpet leading. Now everyone together. Now as if we're going back to the beginning. Ooh. Modulation. But actually we are ending. It makes you think it's gonna start all over again. Wow. I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional listening to it again. I've heard this so many times playing the game. I definitely sat on the start screen when the game first loaded up for quite a while just listening to it. But oh my god, it's so good. So this ending is just so neat because it ends very unresolved. The chord there is not like a very final major tonic chord or anything. It's just this kind of suspended chord. And we have the tremolo in the strings and the piano just it's just very mysterious and kind of just left hanging, which is so interesting to me because a lot of people are comparing this game to Octopath, especially the music, and you know, rightfully so, but there are some huge differences, especially in this theme. This main theme is so different from your typical main theme for an adventure game, right? There was actually this really nice interview with composers talking about all the music and their process. I'll link it below, but they talked about that specifically, how they didn't want it to be so bold and driving like a typical adventure theme. I mean, like, think about like the Legend of Zelda main theme or Octopath Traveler. They wanted it to sound more mysterious, and so that's why they put it in 3/4. And it feels like it really does that. It really gives it a different feel. It sounds much more wandering and magical and definitely less driving, but just equally as grand when it gets to the climax parts of it. It actually reminded me initially a lot of Primrose's theme from Octopath, which is a lot more mysterious and meant to evoke, you know, a dancer. So it definitely has that kind of quality to it. Another game that I can think of that has the main theme in 3 that is kind of similar to this is Harvestella. By the way, if you like this soundtrack, you really should check out Harvestella because it is very similar in terms of orchestration vibes to this one, and probably one of the most slept on games I can think of. But that game is also, it's not an adventure game, it's an RPG, but it definitely has more of a mysterious quality to it, similar to this one. Yeah, it definitely evokes a different feel, and I really like that about it. Like, consider this ending here. Now, just for funsies, let's compare that to the ending of the Octopath main theme, all right? They could not be more different, right? It's such a driving, I mean, the theme itself is dun, 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 is very driving. It's such a contrast to this one, even though so much about the game and soundtrack are otherwise similar. I think they really are trying to set it apart with this main theme and set a different tone for the game. Let's just go back and pick it apart a little bit more from the beginning now that I've gotten all that out of my system. Whistle line. Listen to this violin pizzicato that's coming up. It's actually referenced later in the main town theme, and I'll point that out when we get to it, but this actually is the part that reminds me of Primrose. I'll put Primrose here so you can hear in comparison. This theme is everywhere in this game, though. Like, they really take this idea of motifs and kind of recycling them everywhere in the soundtrack, which I love. The castanets, though, add so much color. You don't hear that a lot. You know, the other soundtrack that this game makes me recall a lot is Triangle Strategy. I feel like a lot of the Triangle Strategy tracks also had castanets in them, which is just such an interesting sound, as well as a lot of other little harmonic moments that just make me think of that game. But oh, talk about another amazing soundtrack. It's so soaring now. A lot more percussive and driving. This is really all just leading up into this big section here. Trills. Brass really prominent now. Trumpet solo. Now everyone together. Doesn't get bigger than this. Oh, this chord progression. So beautiful. This modulation is interesting. What key did we start in? We started in D minor, right? Oh, we're in C sharp minor now. So it's just a half-step modulation. I missed where it modulated before. I suspect it's in the little change up. Here it is. That's interesting that it modulated down half a step, because usually when you're doing a big grand thing, you would modulate up. So that's actually really neat to me. This is the chord that it ends on. That is not a final resolution chord. It just leaves everything up in the air. This theme is just so beautifully crafted from beginning to end. I'm sure you agree. Tell me if you sat on the title screen for a really long time listening to it before starting the game, because I certainly did. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're also enjoying this game and what other tracks you like. I definitely want to explore more of the soundtrack with you all, because I'm just loving it so far and just can't wait to hear more of it. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.